Hey everybody, I'm Philip Kennedy Johnson, writer of Batman, Superman, and the Incredible Hulk. You're watching Splash Pages.
Hey,
It's Tuesday, and
notice Philip Kennedy Johnson's with us tonight. Yay!
What's up, guys? Good to see you again.
good to see you too.
Philip, thank you so much for coming back, man. We really appreciate it. How you doing?
Sure, I'm well. Things are good. Things are busy, but yeah, getting ready to go to New York Comic Con this week.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are you,
What?
you tabling all weekend?
I am. Yeah.
He's going to be tabling and signing all weekend because he's got some exciting things, which we are definitely going to get to in a minute. So we got a lot to, again, we're all reading your stuff, Philip, so, a lot to touch on. The first thing, just briefly, I wanted to bring up is, again, you are just killing it with Batman and Robin. I mean, the stories have just been fantastic. And I was saying this to Carrie earlier, every time I don't think that there can be any new Batman villains because I'm like, Gotham is big enough. Like, can we just, but Memento Mori was such a great villain, and how you weave the history of the villain with Batman's history, the history of Gotham, was just fantastic. But the one thing I especially loved was your reference to No Man's Land with the old Gotham that's underground as a result of that. And I love when that happens, because I feel like sometimes with comics the reboots just kind of ignore these stories, and No Man's Land's a fantastic, amazing Batman story.
Yeah, it was a fun opportunity to use it. I wanted to use elements of No Man's Land, but also from the games. Have you guys played the Arkham games?
Yes.
Yeah, there was.
Oh,
if you remember, there was the what do they call it? What do they call that old neighborhood in Arkham City? Is it the Wonder City, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I really wanted to use that. Yeah, sort of. It was like a. It seemed like a nod to the World's Fair that was in the Phantasm film.
Okay.
And I wanted something like that in this book as well, like a really old neighborhood that had kind of been paved over.
It was such a wonderful place to kind of serve as his nefarious hideout. And then, of course, to bring up that something that Carrie, our co-host Mahana, who couldn't be here, you included Etrigan, which again, you don't think, why would Batman, who's a man of science and whatnot, team up with a demon? But he just made it work. I mean, it was fantastic. And
thank you. Yeah, that was part of the reason that I wanted Memento to rhyme the whole time. Like the fact that Memento speaks in verse. That Etrigan speaks in verse, rather. I wanted Memento to do that as well, to kind of keep the open question of whether he could be a demon as well. And it set up this really fun interrogation of Etrigan and Jason Blood that I wanted to see. The fact that Jason Blood is a Gotham-based character, you don't see him that much. I thought it'd be a fun opportunity to kind of show an interrogation in the city.
How difficult is it to write in that kind of dialogue where you're just rhyming the whole time? Like, are you sitting there with the thesaurus the whole time going, okay, I got this?
Not so much. There is occasionally I'll turn to something like that, but it's I don't know, man. I just love it. Like it is time consuming, kind of. It takes a little bit more time than it would to do regular dialogue. But that kind of thing was always something that kind of drew me into Tolkien's work. Like when Tolkien would include original songs and stories and things in his own, like within the body of the work that he was doing. It made the whole story feel so much more lived in, and I don't know, it just had a cool little bit of texture that I just loved.
Yeah, and that kind of reminds me of something that I remember reading about why writers from the Batman animated series really stopped using the Riddler so much. It wasn't just because the character was so great. They're like, we're getting stumped trying to come up with really good riddles. Come on, we need a break. Our brains are hurting. So
when there's some kind of a cool framing device like that, like after a while, it can be tricky to keep it feeling good. That wasn't that was an element of it. Like when I first started this out with Memento from the jump, I wanted all the different rhymes to feel like they're all coming from the same person.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, there were so many. I was like, "Fuck, man! Like maybe I should have changed the meter a little bit." Like after a lot of them, it was the rhymes were all like A B B A,
right?
So, like eight syllables of one rhyme, 8 of the same rhyme,
right?
4 of a different one, 4 of that second one, and then 8 again.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, I was like, "Damn, is this getting repetitive?" Like at this point, there were so many. I was like, "Damn, I wish I had switched it up more throughout the whole story, so that it was." There were other things I would have liked to have done. I really like the rhymes in Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll,
really?
And I would have worked some of those in there if I had to over again. But after a while, it would have felt like, well, why is he changing it now? It's already been the same the whole way through. So
right.
it felt best to kind of just stick with it.
I think it flowed well, though. It didn't. You were worried about repetitive, but it didn't. It made us feel like it was the same person, but it didn't feel like, oh my God, this is taking forever. This is becoming redundant. It felt really good. I looked forward to seeing those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so important that those feel good, that they don't feel like eye rolly, because I've read stories in the past where there's some kind of a thing like that, and if they're not good, man, it's distracting. So there was a lot of pressure to get those, to make those feel solid.
And even with the new arc you're doing, which I believe is called the Quiet Man.
Yeah.
One of the, like, again, what I love about your arc is that you take the time for these little moments that are so, like, they always strike me as just so unintentionally funny, but yet they're still very in character. I think it was like one of them, Bruce and Damian were done patrolling. I was like, yes, another good, nice. And Damian just wham on the bed. And Bruce is like, hey, do you want to go see a movie? And he's like a movie with like people and things. And these are like, at the Monarch. And he was like, we'll look around. Like it was the same way I felt when it was them talking about having like a cheat day and getting like junk food.
Right.
Like that still get, and I'm like, why is this so funny? And I'm like, but it's so in character, so it doesn't strike me as odd. Like, well, that's really out of character. Like, I'm going to complain about this. I was like, that's funny. Like, Kevin and Robin seeing a movie.
And the cheat day thing modernizes it a little bit too, because that's more of a kind of I don't know. I don't diet often, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat day is kind of a more recent thing, I think.
Yeah.
That people talk about it a lot anyway. So it's like, yeah, this Batman's now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's just, these are little examples of like what a character like Batman would have to do to be who he is, like what would it take to live the kind of lifestyle that lets you be on this crazy elite level.
Mm-hmm.
And, to be the little kid of a guy like that and grow up with him, especially with no Alfred to kind of soften the hard edges.
Right.
So,
Do you have like tons of story plans in the back of your head for like whenever they're like, hey, we need you back on this for, I don't know, the next 60 issues, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Are you ready to jump back in and like have these stories already in your head? Or are you going to have to go back and like, I don't know, I need time on that?
There's not, I don't know, because you never know what that book is going to be, right? Like, I do have ideas for specific characters. But sometimes, I don't know, like I have like a notebook of ideas that are not necessarily like related to a specific character, or sometimes they are, but you can find a way to kind of alter it for somebody else, or use for a create our own story or something. I do have like some things like that. Sometimes I'll read like or think up a title that is compelling, or I'll just see a specific moment in my head that I find compelling that I'll want to use in a story.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's stuff from real life. I recently did one of those in Hulk, actually, in Hulk 27. That's Hulk 27 was a one and done. about, this is right after Charlie has left Hulk and he's by himself.
Falling down tree.
Yeah, the story about the falling down tree. Yeah, that's about real people.
Yeah, trust me, definitely want to get into that.
Actually.
But before we do, I think Jeremy, you had something about, because you've been reading some of Philip's Alien work, right?
Oh yeah, Alien. First of all, it's great.
Oh, thanks.
I flew through it in I think 2 days, 6 issues of the first one there.
Oh, thank you.
It
nice to hear.
It had a lot of similarities, which was weird because this came out 2000.
It would have been 2020 or 2021, maybe.
Oh, 2021.
The first one would have been 2021, I think.
But like it had a lot of, like, I'm sitting there reading, and though the droids are just droids, they're not symbiote or not symbiote, sentient beings. They're not what they are in the show there. They had the feel that they were. They were much more than just droids. Maybe I missed something in it, but like, did anybody tell you that they were going to use parts of your story? Because it felt very similar.
No, they didn't. And there was a similar kind of thing with Romulus, where I felt like there were some similar themes or beats or little things that were kind of explored in different ways than I did in the comic.
Even like it felt other familiar. Aliens.
Exactly. The stuff about seeing other aliens, about the way they used ash, actually, in Romulus was very similar to something I had done. But it's work for hire, so they don't have to like check with me or anything. But there did seem to be, I did see some similar beats. But yeah, man, thanks for reading those books. I'm very proud of those books. I'm such an Alien fan. I love the Dark Horse stuff, but it all felt so different from the films, and I really wanted it to all feel like I wanted the comics to feel like the movies, kind of.
Yeah. Right. No, did you obviously watched the show, right?
Yes, I'm not caught up, but I have seen some of it.
Okay. Do you get a sense of like, oh wow, that's kind of like does it feel like kind of cool, like not deja vu, but like kind of a badge of honor, like almost like
it feels cool. If there was something that was something that was too similar, I'd be like, I should have gotten should have gotten a nod for that, or that should have been a conversation. But usually it's cool. Usually it's very cool to see something like that explored in a film. Like without spoiling anything, there's a thing, like one of the hallmark elements of my Alien run is getting explored right now in another kind of media with Alien, which is really fun. Cool. And that's been a conversation. So that's how it should go.
There you go.
So yeah.
But and then speaking of aliens, I mean, you use in one of your new books that's only on issue 2 is you returning to the world of Superman. You're doing Superman Book of L, which is kind of picking up on some of the stories you did way back, like not way back, but previously. Yeah. So what was that like coming back to Superman? And is Book of L something that you had planned on doing, and then because you left, you weren't able to do, and this is kind of like, all right, like we got to close this. I left this open. It was always, intended to be that. Yeah, this is always how it was supposed to go. Like this was like when I started on the Warworld saga. Mm-hmm. We were exploring Warworld as a setting that was more than we had realized in previous stories. So it's not just a big like Death Star ripoff with guns sticking out of it. It's a place where there are cultures up there, there are people up there. Mm-hmm. I tied it in with it's its own world with its own people, and it's more than just that. It's also like a puzzle box with this piece of a dead god inside of it. Right. And it's just one of 7 pieces like that. So that was this big mythology that we were building, and I always knew that we had to come back to that and finish that story. So this is that story that gets that pays off everything that we seeded in the Warworld saga regarding Olgren and the mythology of where he comes from and what he hopes to be again. So yeah, Book of L is that story. It's the story of
The Return of Algren is the story of Krill Ux, Superman's old frenemy from the Warworld saga, about the legacy of Superman himself and his lineage that comes after him. So it's really exciting.
I have to say, like, I was reading it and I was just like, oh my God, how many kids go through this farm? Like, I just keep wondering, like, do the neighbors like, just every couple of years, huh? Just raising another bunch of kids who suspiciously strange things keep happening around your farm. It's the same way I feel like Wayne Manor, just revolving door of orphans that we're just going to make into heroes.
Well, they're not heavy on neighbors out there. It's farm.
Yeah, it's a little different in Smallville with more space for the neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also need to say, like, issue 2, the twist that you did in the future with some of Superman's rogues galleries, I was like, wow.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I'm trying not to say it because I want to funnel as much money into your pocket as possible. So we'd be like, oh yeah, what was he talking about? I'm gonna go buy that book. I'm like, yes. More trade. Give Philip more money.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. The story is when there's something that takes place in the future like this, it gives you a lot of flexibility to take big swings. Like, it's almost like doing an Elseworlds thing where you get to kind of decide where things go after the book is closed, you know? I get to tie it in with a lot of the stuff I did in Green Lantern War Journal. I get to kind of make my own statement about a lot of these characters, which is really fun. There's going to be some stuff coming up in issues 4 and 5 with the Green Lanterns I'm really stoked about.
Nice. Awesome. Great stuff.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry, Carrie. It sounded like you're about to say something.
Oh, go ahead, Carrie. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to manage stuff. I was going to say, when he mentioned the rotating orphans in Wayne Manor, I'm trying to show little bits of your comics and not give too much away. Like, especially with, I just showed a little bit of the Book of El, but I don't want people to see just enough to whet their appetites a bit. But the one we wanted to focus on for the Batman and Robin was the Gotham cycle, and I just want to show a couple of the pages in this. But
cool.
It's when it starts. Yeah, it starts off with Thomas Wayne's journal, which is just beautiful, and then summoning all of the Robins and the whole Bat family together was just an amazing way to do all of this.
Who's your favorite Robin?
My favorite, God.
I know they're all your babies, but
it's hard, man.
I mean, now I'd have to say Damian, just because he's the one.
He's a badass.
Well, yeah, but he's kind of the one that's been in my care. But Damian aside, I guess I would say Jason. And I'm not saying he's the best one. I'm saying he's my favorite.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the broken Robin. I think is just really powerful.
I've been a huge fan of Damian since he came out, and
me too.
He got so much shit when he first came around.
I know. Well, man, he still does. Like, people just really see him as like the evil Robin or the asshole Robin, and it's like, there's so much more to him than that. Like, when I see him getting a bad rap, it makes me want to show sides of him that are more complex and interesting and compelling and sympathetic.
He's the product of his growing up.
Go
ahead, Drew.
No, I was just to say it's so funny because I remember when he showed up, I thought the same thing. I was like, who's this little shit? He was just such an arrogant little, master assassin. But he grows on you. They got to give credit, But yeah, I agree. Damian, I think, is my favorite.
He's my favorite. I tried to use that issue 20 to try to show another side of him where he he's always in motion. He's afraid to stop moving because he feels his shadow touching him, and that kind of represents what he came from, and he's trying to move on. He's trying to
grow.
He's trying to be this different thing, and he's trying to outrun where he came from. And when he stops moving, he feels the shadows kind of coming for him, and he feels he gets that anxiety of like, he's trying to be something different, but he's not sure he's not sure he's going to be able to do it. And, and in the story that we tell in the Memento arc, Memento and the Gotham cycle together, we see him exploring his other lineage as a Wayne of Gotham, because we've seen the Al Ghul thing. I mean, the challenge to writing the book is how do we tell a story about Damian that is not over reliant on the Al Ghul part of who he is, because it's been done so much.
What you do, with I'm lagging a little bit. I'm terribly sorry, but
no, you're totally good.
Separation of being Robin and being Damian Wayne. I love that. That's not like you said. That's not actually. Please keep going, because that was what I'd wanted to comment on. But
thanks. Yeah, no, it's getting to see him exploring his Wayne side has been really fun, and actually some of that comes from my own experiences. My when I got into comics, I came from the music industry into comic books, and at the time it felt like this big bold move, like, look at me, I can do whatever I want. Like, no one expected this. None of the people that I know and work with would have expected. Now I can make comics. And my grandfather, my mom's dad, in Iowa, where he lived, was he was a farmer, but he had gone to school for music. And at some point something had happened back home, and he had to kind of give it up and go home and just farm. But he was also a very artistic dude. He drew a lot. He wrote a musical for the local high school to perform, and he was always he played a bunch of different instruments in church. He's a very musical guy, but he also made a lot of other things. And at some point, my mom gave me his old journals, and I looked through there, and they're almost comics. Like there are drawings all the way through there. Sometimes, like, many of the pages have multiple pictures on each one. Wow. And I had this connection to him that I did not expect. And so I went through there and saw I thought I was so original, like making comics. And I go through there and I see his stuff from 100 years ago. And I'm like, I don't have any control over my blood. Yeah. Like I'm just enacting genetic destiny, and I actually don't have any control. That's annoying. But it was really cool to see. And I wanted to see that. I wanted to see Robin kind of go through that same sort of thing where he has this. I love that Robin draws his own comics in the story.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to learn that he has this connection to his Wayne side that he did not know about. So that's those journals were my way of doing that.
Absolutely. That's absolutely fantastic. I mean, and again, you pepper your stuff with such, like, again, these beautiful sentimental moments, like something that really stood out for me, talking about Book of L, was it was a moment between Superman and Lois where he's getting ready. Is like, it's the standard, I love you. Like, I'm sorry if I say it too much. He said, it's okay. So do your thing and get back so you can tell me it one more time. He's like, yes, ma'am. And that just stood out to me as both very iconic. And for some reason, my brain's eye, I was like, is that something you do with your wife? Because that was very real. Like, to me, like, I was like, wow, either that's so Superman, that's poignant, or that's some real life experience treading into fictional reality. So.
Yeah, sometimes there are moments that do find their way into real life, and telling the people closest to me that I love them, like, probably too much, is something that I do. And sometimes I apologize. Like, sorry, I know I say it too much. I say it to my son a lot. Like, I tell my son I love him 100 times a day. And sometimes I'm like, hey buddy, sorry, I know I say it too much. He's like, you don't say it too much. Like, he'll give me a hug, and he's a very loving kid.
Is he?
Were you saying, George? Sorry.
How old is he?
11.
Oh, you're lucky. 2 or 3 more years, he'll be like, don't talk to me.
Oh, well,
teenage years.
No, I hope not. There's been there have been some moments that like, he's already starting to cut his teeth on me a little bit now and again, but
really?
We're so close that I don't know, man. Maybe it's naive. I feel like we're going to get through it. I never really. I was never very close with my own dad. I really wanted to be.
Same here. I have to say that me and my kids are way closer than me and my parents ever were.
Yeah.
But
that's great.
it definitely changed right around the teenage years. So
I know there's
turbulence.
I know. I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sure there's some of that coming for me too. I mean, look, it's natural. Like they're going to be going through their hormone bath, turning into their grown-up versions. Like it's a lot. There's a lot happening in there chemically. So I get it, and I'm expecting some of that. There have been a couple of moments up till now that have already kind of happened, like where he'll get real angry, like angrier than he would have when he was a little smaller. And I see the testosterone working on him.
Mm-hmm.
And this one time I busted him, like kind of flipping me off. And I hope he's not mad at me for telling the story, because I probably shouldn't have said anything. But I was like, instead of reacting angrily or being all shocked or hurt or whatever, he was really embarrassed that he had been caught. And I just kind of sat with him and I was like, hey buddy, it's okay, just talk to me, but like, tell me why you're so mad. And I think when I took it kindly, I think that was a big deal. And he was really apologetic. And I said something like, hey, look, it's totally okay. Just save her for when I really deserve it. Okay. And he was like, he's like, no, you're never going to deserve it. We kind of hugged it out. It was actually really great. And we've been even closer since then, you know?
That's a really mature and sensible way to have dealt with that. Bravo.
Well, whenever something happens, my knee-jerk reaction is like, thank fucking God your grandpa wasn't here for this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I was like, thank God this is me and not my dad, because he would have kicked the shit out of you. Like he was
right.
You know, it was such a different thing. So it's actually great. Like when those things happen, there's like this kind of knee-jerk feeling of relief.
Right.
That happens. Like, you know, it's gonna be fine. Like he's in a safe place and we can just get through this, and let's handle this like it should be handled.
Well, and you guys have such a close connection that you not only like do the father-son thing, and I've seen Anders at cons, and it's so sweet because he'll ask you questions that everybody wants to know the answers to, and he's the one brave enough to ask them, with all of us fans sitting there being like, oh, we don't really want to ask, and he'll be like, I'll ask it, you know.
Yeah.
And you guys, I've seen your videos that you've been posting as you're walking home from walking him to school.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you're answering questions.
I forgot to do it today. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Do tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. If you guys check him out on Facebook, I don't know if they're everywhere else. I just use Facebook, but you know, he answers questions. You can send him a question, and if it's not a horrible, stupid one, he will answer it. Potentially.
That is fantastic.
And I don't want to like vouch for you and stuff, but between that and seeing you on other shows, I know that you play trumpet duets together. You have him playing, and that you have an heirloom trumpet, as you were just talking about, from your grandfather, that has been passed down, and that is just,
that's the best.
Oh, that's so amazing that you have that tie all the way down through your family. I mean, yeah, you're following maybe a genetic blueprint or something, but it's you're making it your own. You're taking something from the past and bringing it forward, but you know, you create it as your own thing. I was telling my mom that you played with Glenn Miller, and she's like, oh, I was telling her all about you because I like talked to Mom about my shows, and she's like, how old is he that he played with a Glenn Miller orchestra? I'm like, no, it's still going. It's like, it was the main thing back then. But there's one guy left from the old crew, but he's with the new crew.
So she you can tell her he died in like 44 or 45, whatever.
Yeah.
But after they did the Jimmy Stewart movie about Glenn Miller, and that's when I think it was in 1956 is when the band came back. After the Glenn Miller story film came out, and there was this big resurgence in interest in the Glenn Miller band. And so from then till now, with the exception of a little bit during COVID, the band's been on the road.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was with him from 04 to 05, about a year and a half.
That's great.
But yeah, that's Anders is playing on my old horn, man. It's cool. And I don't even know how old the fucking thing is, because it was made by this company called Queenon that used to make a lot of brass instruments. They still make stuff, but it's different. It's like weird little brass like tools almost. It's not like musical instruments exactly. It's like little party devices type stuff. It's not the same thing. But back then they were a legit manufacturer of brass instruments. And at some point there was a fire in the factory or something, and they lost all their records, like all of them. So there's no telling how old this thing is. I think it's at the very end from the end of the 19th century or the very earliest days of the 20th century, but I don't know exactly how old.
That's so cool.
But yeah, my grandfather gave it to me when I was a little kid, and now it's the one that Anders learns on.
It just adds to the mystery. You know what I mean? Yeah. You've got your own little family mystery. How old is the horn?
Right.
You just make it up, you know.
I just don't know.
Right. So yeah, there's a serial number that you can barely make out, but it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Right.
Okay, so we have an audience question. Oh, we have an audience question. I'm not exactly sure what it means. You might have to. You guys might know.
Amazing Spider-Man 3 or Fantastic Four 5. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, apologies. I don't know it either.
Please give us some more information on this.
Are you saying which one we'd want more? Because we'll see.
Let's extrapolate. Let's say
If you can give us more details
about the movie,
we'll clarify.
Fantastic Four movie.
I also need to say, Philip, I really resonate with that story. I own a family heirloom on my dad's side, which I would admit isn't as cool as a trumpet from some time in history that we still have yet to fit, that you'll elaborate as it. But I have a Santa suit that was passed down from my grandfather to my dad, and I have it.
Well, that's cool.
Well, my grandfather used to do appearances around Christmas time, like Thanksgiving, Christmas time. So my dad would tell stories of him driving in like with the roof down on like, I think it was a Chevy, and then just the kids losing their mind because, oh my God, Santa's driving a Chevy. Like, what's Santa? This is before elves, so this is a big deal. And then that got passed down to my dad, who was his only son. And my dad, he did it for some because someone would dress for the event, and then that got passed on to me. And you can ask these two. Christmas is a very big time for me. I'm very much the, holly jolly, old Saint Nick. Definitely the person who would fight
belongs
against
on the Hallmark Channel.
Okay, no, whoa. Carrie, correct.
Just during Christmas.
There's some level, but I wear it a lot at like family events and whatnot. And and one year I couldn't go because I was really sick, and my girl went, and she put the suit on and showed up to the event. So yeah, traditions.
Wow,
it means a lot.
Yeah. Well, I kind of argue what you said about not being as cool as that trumpet. That sounds like a really cool tradition that you guys have passed down. So that's awesome.
Especially knowing that the your partner took on the
props to Ange.
That's amazing.
It really meant a lot because she just went alone with my family to there, because my family on my mom's side are from PA, so it used to be a tradition when my grandparents were still here, and it's something we still keep after my grandfather passed. We still keep doing it, so But that's again, amazing, the point is, well, I will say a trumpet is a little less. Sometimes I'm wearing that suit, and by the end of the night, I was like, I'm dying. I'm experiencing holiday heat death because it is
just hot. Think how he feels after blowing on the trumpet for an hour.
He's about to say, it's some point. Water and cool weather, please. But super cool, man. So I just thank you for sharing that. That was really, really rad.
Of course. He's a good boy. I'm glad we get to do that.
Absolutely. Now, without further ado, we've touched on some of we have to talk about the big green elephant in the room. Yeah. Infernal Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah. But first, before we do that, there were some cool moments since we last saw you, and I need to bring this one up. Hulk versus Thor. We've seen this a ton because people are always like, "Oh, you even saw this in the Avengers." But what you did with their animosity, not even their animosity, it was with Charlie's, her wolf god form.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. What you did with Mjolnir that was so clever, man.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Such a fun fight. Getting to do like the poem through the through the, especially through the painted scenes and all that. Nick is just such a force of an artist, man. Like getting to see his Hulkscape stuff, all those painted like those are physically painted pages.
Wow. They were gorgeous.
The modern day ones are colored by Matt Wilson in the usual way, but then the flashback pages are actual like paintings. Nick is so good, dude.
And also, I'm sorry, I need to say another thing. He hits Thor with a submarine. That was the coolest thing. I was like, I never thought I would ever see that, and it's just wham. I was like, is this like the Hulk version of a baseball bat? Like, good Lord.
We went back and forth. It was gonna be a whale, like a living whale at one point.
Oh, PETA would have got you guys.
I know, that's some Hitchcock thing. Right? I was like, no.
They were like, what are we gonna do if other people start hitting people with whales?
Yeah, you're right. Like exactly. Like it's not all made up bullshit. but yeah, we ended up going with the sub. So yeah, God, it was fun. That issue was so fun to write.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because Jar, I'm imagining him at, hi everybody, I'm Philip Kennedy Johnson, writer of Incredible Hulk, here to tell you, please don't hit your superpowered friends with aquatic life. Okay, protect the ocean. Okay, because if you don't, Namor is going to get you. Okay, and I haven't written that story.
I guess there might have been an apology video if I'd done that, but
yeah, and it's funny because
we almost did it.
Oh my God, because I'm sorry, when you said that, Jar, I'm just imagining like back in the day when the Three Stooges had to go on and explain to kids, like, we're not actually hitting each other with 2x4s and sledgehammers, so can you stop? Like, we're not actually beating each other up, so please stop hitting each other. Like, so case in point, kids, don't hit your friends with whales. Hit them with submarines.
Yes,
exactly.
And
yeah.
One last thing before we get into Infernal Hulk. We wanted to talk about the falling down tree.
Oh my God.
That made so many of us just like, it was beautiful. So we're gonna show a little bit. This is Hulk Incredible Hulk number 27.
I thought I was just an easy target for people. Like,
no, man,
I had everything in this thing.
No, this one wrecked me. Like, and especially because again, Philip, I love that you take the time to explain. Like, it's not just, oh, here's a story, go. Like, you explain the lore of every monster we see, its connection to the eldest. But even this one, man, I think it's because when it deals with kids, man, especially like ghost stories with deal with kids, it's just the saddest fucking thing.
Yeah, I know, it hurts. Yeah, this one was about real people. Well, so this was important for a couple different reasons. I needed it to be kind of a lonely, kind of sad story because it's right after Charlie has left him.
Right.
And like Hulk is always like, his mantra is kind of like, leave me alone, leave me alone. He just wants to be by himself. He doesn't want to be bothered by other people. Get sucked into our BS drama all the time. But now he is alone, and he feels the lack of Charlie, his friend, who he's kind of been looking out for. Mm-hmm. And then he gets pulled into this little tragedy. So that was one part of it. Part of it was that it's about a monster. Like we established early on in the run, monsters tend to find each other. Mm-hmm. And Hulk gets pulled into the orbit of another monster, but this one's just a human man. And that's an important beat that I wanted everyone to realize, that you can be mortal and still be a monster. Like, you don't have to have amazing powers or be super duper ugly to be a monster. We all know monsters in our real lives. And they tend to find each other too.
Yeah.
So I wanted to illustrate that. And then there's a story about real people I wanted to tell. When I was a kid in high school. Oh, thanks, dude. Some nice comments from the peanut gallery here. Mm-hmm. There was I used to work construction for my stepdad, who was a contractor. He was a builder, and I used to just do, like, back then at least, I was doing just unskilled work for him, just like sweeping out houses and carrying lumber, shoveling gravel, and just like whatever hard but easy job that I could do. You know, something, the kind of thing no one else wants to do.
There's no easy jobs in construction.
Yeah, well, just unskilled, I should say. Unskilled,
yeah.
Unskilled but unpleasant jobs. That's kind of the stuff that I did back then.
Yes.
And one day, this dude kind of rolled into town in this flat gray painted bus that he and his wife and kid lived in, and it ended tragically. Like, this is a guy that I got the impression was on the run from something,
right?
And he was always nice enough to me because I was the boss's kid, kind of. But he also had a little bit of edge to him, and I never really knew what he came from or what his story was. But one day I came out to the job site, and that bus was burned down to the wheels, and he was dead inside. His wife and baby had left; they weren't there. Like, there was some kind of a fight. The wife's mother lived somewhere in the area, and she had left the night before with the baby, so he was in the bus alone. But he had like fallen asleep drunk with a cigarette or something. But before all that, it was just this really, I don't know. Anyway, there was just a story that I wanted to tell about these people that lived in this bus, and that was a visual that I never quite got out of my head.
That's got to be some good therapy for you, being able to actually express it and like put it there.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, there's not like, I'm not that story didn't scar me exactly like some of my life experiences have, but it's but yeah, if you're carrying stuff around, if you're able to put that out for people to experience, there is something very therapeutic about that. It's where the way that, you know, they're like, the idea of actual therapy is supposed to help just by talking about it. To me, I have found the act of creation, like art, like artistic expression, to be way more effective, where you can actually get out the thing that's killing you and just put it onto paper or into the world in some other kind of way.
Absolutely. And it's just like I said, and I just reading it, like it was the way I want to say is that you touched on a story that it was tragic in a way that was still oddly optimistic, because I feel like with your run of Hulk, and I always make the joke like this is like horror Hulk, because Al Ewing's definitely had horror, you know, but yours, I mean, you're dealing with monsters, you're dealing with, like, in some ways you've kind of strayed a lot from the superheroes. Like the ones that you touched on have magic, you know, in them. That's, you know, the most that you did in the run was you had that one issue with Bucky. You know, that's like the most you did. Everybody else, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Night, all that, like, they're supernatural characters. They're really more horror than anything. But this, I mean, this was just your tragic ghost story. And even at the end, when he brought the killer to justice, you know, the family was, you know, everything. The kid wanted to go with his family. Like he wanted to teach his sister how to be a hero. You know, and it was just, I was like, oh my God, like, and it was just so well done. And I'm myself, I'm a big fan of the supernatural, and I could go on and on about my beliefs on that and whatnot, but you did a really good ghost story with a really, I don't want to say plausible way, but it was really nice to read, because I feel like it's just so easy to do, like, oh, ghosts are, you know, your poltergeist or your vengeful spirit or your demon, but sometimes it's just a sad story, you know.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I wanted. It's as far as the supernatural stuff, it's an important part of this run, and this felt like a good place for one of those. And like the whole theme from the original Hulk stories is he man, is he monster, or is he both? We're kind of asking a similar question in this run, like, can Hulk be a hero still, or is he just a monster now? Like, is he which is it? And he because Charlie, you know, it was herself a big Cap fan. She wanted to be Bucky. She wanted to be, right, you know, a sidekick to a great hero and someday become a hero herself. And she kind of gets pulled into Hulk's orbit and becomes a monster instead. And she still is telling herself, yeah, but we're good guys. We're heroes. We're still getting out there and helping people. Like, she's never happier than when she's out there with in like the Sal Romero, the War Devil arc, when she's out there and they're saving the migrant workers from the monsters. She's like, this is fucking exactly what I wanted to do, man. Like, we're out here helping people. This is so cool. And then, like, right towards the end, before she leaves, she's like, we're not monsters, right? But we are, though. Like, we're just like all these other things we've been killing this whole time. Like, we're no better than they are. And it's just this ongoing question, like, what are we? Are we heroes or monsters, or are we both? And this was, with this story, because it is a tragic chapter, I wanted to also suggest I can still save people, though. Like, he tries to prove to himself and to Charlie that we can be the thing that you thought that we were.
Yeah, that was double devastation back to back. Like, bye, Charlie. Hi, super sad story. And so,
yeah.
But we needed it. There had to be something to help cleanse some of the pain from Charlie. Like, not cleanse it, but balance it a little bit to give it, like, okay, he's trying now. At least it made a difference that she left.
Yeah. That's the beat that kind of springboards us forward into the Infernal Hulk thing. Like, because issues 28, 29, 30, Infernal Hulk. Did I say something different?
No, I was I was being funny.
I see you guys. Sorry.
I'm just lagging.
Yeah, issues 28, 29, and 30 are this big, like ski jump towards Infernal Hulk #1. It's a lot of big stuff.
I gotta ask, do you have an end game? Like, do you already know where this goes?
Oh, yes. No, so up till now, the first 30 issues of Incredible Hulk have been just putting all the pieces on the board. And I wanted it to be a long series of just constant jumping on points where people can jump on anytime and have like 1 issue or 2 issues or 3 issues where they don't have to read like 20 issues of back matter to catch up to where they are. They can just pick one up and love it.
Right.
That's kind of how I came into Marvel Comics, man. I didn't like my comics when I was a kid. It was mostly the Marvel team up books or the World's Finest or whatever. It was just like a one and done, or usually 1 of 2 issues that kind of tie together.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a lot of my most beloved runs currently have much longer arcs than that. And I just wanted to give people a chance to jump on whenever they wanted to. So that's kind of what the first act of my Hulk has been. But now we're about to start off the second act with Infernal Hulk.
Oh, and this is the second act.
This is the second act, yeah.
Yo. How many acts do we get?
3.
3
One
acts.
Wolverine claw.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So it's now so if you're writing screenplays, the first act is usually 25% of the whole story. It's not that long. This is not 120 issue arc, but it's so yeah. I mean the length, the duration is not the same as you'd see in the screenplay. But the first act is now complete, and the second act begins with Infernal Hulk, and then there's a third act after that.
Let's go. Let's go. We're ready.
Are you ready to see some pictures? Okay, I wanted to wait until you're done.
Hold on 1 second. There's questions in comment.
Oh,
I just want to make sure he gets
nicely done, Jar.
Terribly sorry. Yeah, guys, I didn't see that. Okay. Can you confirm that Eldest will possess Hulk's body in the Infernal Hulk? If so, what does this mean your Hulk characterization? I guess that would be different. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a different one. So
no, it's okay.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil the events of issue 30. I'll say that the events of issue 30 springboard right into Infernal Hulk #1. I don't want to spoil what happens. I'll say that the design for Infernal Hulk is story driven. Like, he looks the way that he does because of the events of issue 30.
Okay.
So I don't want to say what happens exactly or who's in there, who's driving the body or any of that stuff. But I will say that up until now, people have been asking a lot of questions about various Hulk alters.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been very resistant to answer those questions. Here's the thing. I don't really give a shit about that stuff about who's like which Hulk is in charge.
Right. Who's running the show.
Yeah. Like every alter that we've seen up until now is just the vehicle for the story that writer is trying to tell. Like if they want the Hulk to be a certain kind of way, he's an alter that fits that story. So I'm not really putting a ton of thought into like, well, here's where I bring back this alter, and like I'm not playing chess with those pieces.
Right.
So I don't, but I understand there's a lot of Hulk fans that really care about that stuff. So I have found ways. I found a way to involve the alters going forward, and yeah, this new like Infernal Hulk is now another alter. Like but he is wildly different from all the other ones. Like we've seen scary Hulks in the past. We've seen like some of them have been scary, or sometimes even seem to be kind of malevolent, but not like this. Like this is different. Like this is like something very, very, very old.
Cool.
And something that has very bad and very specific plans for Earth. So like this is beginning of a whole new thing.
Ominous. Very nice.
Yeah, I gotta say that I grew up seeing like Hulk is a traveling Bruce Banner on the road hitchhiking thing and Hulk smash. I was not into Hulk whatsoever until I read Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk. And I can see where people got obsessed then with all of the different alters, because the system and everything that was done was great. And then we had, what was it? There was Jason Aaron's, Donny Cates run and stuff that all built up on different kind of like, oh, this is how they fight each other and Banner and and which one's the monster. And then you came in and it was just like, I don't care who it is. This Hulk is fighting something. And it feels to me like it could almost be a conglomeration of them. It doesn't matter. This is the Hulk. I mean, way back in the Immortal one, it's Hulk is Hulk. So, I don't think you need to cater to anybody.
That's how I feel about it. I like the Hulk that people kind of, the stereotype Hulk that people kind of like when you see a kid in playground pretending to be Hulk, and they kind of do the certain kind of voice. I needed the Hulk in this story to be scary, ominous, and like he's the thing that's stalking Banner. Like Banner's the main character of a horror film, and Hulk is the thing that's stalking him from behind his eyes. Like the thing from like the girl from The Ring, or the thing from It Follows, or Smile.
Right.
It's like this thing that's after him, I needed them to be scary and to have this kind of gravitas. And the old Hulk baby talk just wouldn't have worked at all. So that's why he talks the way he does. I'm also a big Conan fan. This sounds like a tangent, but
it's fine.
There's a point. That first movie is so fucking good. I mean, I love the books too, but like that first movie is amazing. And the second one was so bad it killed the whole franchise. It should have been like a series of movies like James Bond that just never ended.
Yeah. Right.
Instead, we got one killer movie, one turd, and then an attempt at a remake more recently. And that could have been okay. Yeah. But one big misstep, for me at least, was that Momoa just kind of talked like a bro in it. He talked, I don't know, like one of the things that made the character so effective in the original was that he barely spoke. Yeah. Like for a lot of that movie, he barely spoke at all. And that just made him so intimidating and badass. He never smiled. He hardly spoke. It was great. I mean, that's
just sat on his horse.
Yeah. Like he would just, especially in the beginning where he was like still like he was a slave that became a pit fighter. Yeah. And he wasn't talking at all. Man, that was cool. I mean, and when he did talk, the accent kind of made sense. And that he's this guy from far away that was raised far away by, slavery. Right. Everything just kind of made sense. I wanted this Hulk to almost never speak. Like when he does, like he never ever says 5 words when 3 will do. And he never says 3 words when none will do. Like he hardly speaks, because I want him to feel intimidating and heavy, and he hardly speaks. That's the voice I wanted for this Hulk.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all about characterization. I mean, you wouldn't make Frank Castle sound like Spider-Man, So the same thing. Like again, the whole, like, God, what was it? I was saying, I think it was in issue 27. I was like, I swear to God, if the Hulk smiles at you, I mean, you're fucked. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, That's they can't.
That was whenever we saw that in the Mortal, it was always super scary, right?
Yeah, I was like, that's a straight like this is not good. This is not a good smile. This is I just had an idea, and I'm like, it's like when the Grinch would smile, and it would just
oh yeah, and it curls up. Yeah,
it curls up just a wicked idea, and you're like, like it's just
having the semi-silent Hulk though. He's still, like you said, the baby talk doesn't work. He doesn't sound stupid. He just doesn't say, as you were saying, anything more than he needs to.
Yeah,
I can make my point.
Yeah,
I'm not an idiot. I don't care to talk to you, Sarah.
He's just kind of annoyed with us, with all of us. Like there were a couple of moments that kind of summed that up. Like in the first few issues, there was there's this big cave in on this mountain they're standing on, and Charlie's falling, and he jumps in. He's like, stupid kid, as he's falling and catching her and all that, breaking through stuff. He's like, stupid kid fell in a stupid hole.
Well,
and then later there's another issue where he's somebody comes to him to try to save this place from this evil thing, and he's like, no, I'm leaving. He's like, they're like, we need you. We can't. This thing's gonna eat the world. He's like, then kill it. And the thing says, we can't. And he's like, then don't. He doesn't have much to say. He doesn't really care about us. He does some heroic things, but almost like by accident.
Yeah, it just so happens it was like big whoop. Yeah.
But now we're about to get a completely different take, and
sweet.
It's because that Hulk. Oh God, I spoiled it. I shouldn't spoil it. Yeah, that
Hulk. No. Yeah,
we have some questions.
Yeah. Let's focus on. We have him for a couple more minutes. The question.
Okay. This is something both people are asking about here. Will you continue your streak of trying to make Hulk the most grotesque transformations in Infernal Hulk? And the transformation from Hulk to Banner, they're all dope, dude. They're all dope.
Yes, the transformations will continue. Now, we're gonna have to find new vehicles for the transformations going forward. We can't do them quite like we have been.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, because of what happens in the story.
I'm going to pull up some on this. I'm going to pull up the pictures that you have for us on the side so that we can get those kind of being shown while you're telling us what's going on.
Yeah, the Hulk to Banner stuff. Yeah, look at that. God, those pages. Man, Nick is so good, dude.
He is.
Like in this page, like you just see the rain coming down like in sheets, the way that it does when it's like really raining hard.
Yeah, I'm zooming in on that. God damn, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, I didn't let these guys see it.
Oh, really? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man, it's the transformations that we've seen up till now. We're gonna keep giving people like versions of those things, but it won't be Hulk to Banner and back again. We'll find other like equivalent kinds of transformations like these.
That's cool. That's super freaking rad. Oh my god.
I love the bullets bouncing right off.
Blowing my mind.
They're like, you didn't let me see it. So good.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I can't. I wish I could show you the page right after this. I wanted to save that for the book that we're actually selling.
I have
later.
I have this one.
Yeah, this one's important. So that I'll say this: like, if we're looking for spoilers, show that last page again, Carrie, please. The one that we just saw with his arm in the ground.
Oh, yep. Give me just 1 second.
The transformation that we saw that we're seeing in 30 into issue 1 here. That one side, like the lighter color side of his body, is all like scar tissue, basically.
Oh,
and it kind of like changes his power set. He's not just strong now.
Wow, so that's fucking cool.
You see that coming into play on this page.
Wow.
He's got this like power of corruption, kind of. Man, it's just this is so dope. I can't wait for you guys to see what's coming.
Oh yeah, we can't wait either. Like, please, we're ready,
guys.
And now we shall forever call your Hulk, or at least your He shall now be known as Conan Hulk.
Excellent.
Yes, because now you said that, and all I want is Hulk to break his 5 words or less and just do the crush your enemies, grind them into the ground, and then drive away to the lamentations of their women. You know? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody agreed. It's given those vibes. And Nick Klein. I just got to say, Phil, all your collaborators, Nick, Adam Gorham, just everybody you've worked with has just been stellar. Like, just
amazing.
A plethora of up and coming to just masterful horror artists.
Yeah, you know? They're amazing people, man. I'm going to be seeing a couple of them at this convention in New York. I'm excited to see them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you get claustrophobic at these big ones like NYC?
No, no. I know. Yeah, like the New York Comic Con used to be. I remember going to New York Comic Con before COVID, and the artist alley that they had everybody in was so
horrible.
Like there's this slow moving wave that you had no choice but to be stuck in, and you couldn't really get out of it. It was like so hot and gross, and you couldn't really talk to anyone. It sucked.
Try being in a full body costume in it. It is horrible. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Ever since they expanded, it's been better.
Oh yeah. I didn't know they expanded. I haven't been since before COVID. So
no, yeah, Jar. They have a whole new wing and everything. That's where Artist Alley is, because it used to be on the one end, and then they moved it to the other side. So it's just space cramp.
Yeah.
Now space again, but
it's still thick down there, but it's way better, and you're able to actually like walk around and talk to people, and it's better. I remember going back in the day. I remember going to those things, and even when I was a complete nobody that hadn't done really a book yet, like guy that was trying to do it, I remember thinking, I will never table here. This sucks. But then it got a lot better. Yeah.
Yep. But no, yeah.
So we're wrapping up here.
Yeah.
What's
next for PKJ? Any teasing?
Doesn't he have enough going on?
He will write more comics.
Poor guy.
Well, I will write more comics. Everything that you've seen up till now, like every single thing I've ever written has been, or at least that's been published up till now, has been while in the U.S. Army. I just retired like a couple months ago.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, so that's done now. And
I know you did it just for me, so.
Just for you. Yeah. No, it's but it's it's done, and now I am gonna be doing more writing, so lots of cool things coming. I do have a really big announcement coming in the next we'll probably announce it in the next couple of months, I would say.
Well, we'll cover it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, I wish I could talk about it tonight.
It's okay. It's okay.
All these teases, damn it.
PKJ Unfiltered, everybody. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see the things the Army wouldn't approve. Let's go.
You're going to be seeing a lot of more Hulk. You're going to be seeing. I do have another big series I'm coming on to next year. That's going to be announced. Probably not that soon, actually, but soonish. Next year it'll be announced. I've got a new creator owned coming out soon.
Nice.
Batman and Robin, the Quiet Man story continues. My Adventures of Superman Book of L continues. There's another book that's going to get announced at New York Comic Con, I think.
Sweet.
Just like a mini series, and I'm really excited for.
If we are only a few days later.
I know.
People, Captain America or Wolverine?
As in terms of preferences.
Who's writing them?
No, we'll see.
All right. So we've kept you a little over time. Where would you like people to reach out and follow you? Where do you post the most? And what's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
I'm all over. So I have a website at philipkennedyjohnson.com, 2 L's in Philip. I am on Facebook and Instagram and all the Twitter descendants, like X and Blue Sky and Threads. And I just put the same stuff on those three pretty much.
Yep.
Trying to find people where they're at. Yeah. And I'm trying to answer a question today. I have failed this week so far, but I'll get back on that. Trying to answer questions because I did a couple of AMAs about a month ago, and I was not able to. There were a lot of questions, more than I expected, and I was not able to answer them all. Mm-hmm. So trying to answer some of those now, like just day by day, like when I'm walking from my car to my son's school or back. I'll answer one of those. So just reach out anywhere you're at. Drop me a question.
I have a weird question about that. How do you record yourself so steadily? Is there like an extension thing you're using, or?
Oh no, it's just my phone in my hand.
He's
Wow.
Man, could have been a surgeon. He's got steady hands.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be like dropping it all over the place. Okay, cool.
I want to ask the Leo question. What is it that Philip Kennedy Johnson does other than write comics, going out, saving our country and stuff like that?
Don't forget playing music.
Fun? Oh, and playing music. What do you do for just fun, kicking back and relaxing? Do you have like build ships, putting them in bottles and stuff?
No, I spend time with my son every day, which is really fun. I like so kind of in keeping with the Batman Robin thing. Like there's a dry erase board in our house where he has his list. He has to get done every day, and I have mine as well. Nice. And some of it's done together. We have our we'll exercise together, or we have our on the board. It's VWD, which is Violence with Daddy, where we'll do like jiu-jitsu or boxing.
Oh yeah.
So we'll do our VW time. We'll go for a run or something.
I'm voting you Dad of the Year, man. Like you sound really great. You want to adopt me?
Oh my God! Get out!
It's my birthday. I mean, come on.
It is your birthday. Yeah, dude. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I spend time with him every day. We read before bed together every night, no matter fucking what. Like every day of his life, we've read together. So awesome. We do that. We take walk. He likes his nighttime walks. We'll walk in the neighborhood in the dark. Sometimes it's kind of for fun, or most nights we will. Do homework with him. And
his dad writes fucking Batman like that. I couldn't imagine going to school and being like, yeah, you guys like comics? Well, guess what?
He makes his own, dude. He makes comics himself.
That's so awesome.
The city of Cleveland brought us up for the Superman movie, and Anders went, and we were in some of the places where they filmed some of that stuff. And my friend Cena Grace was up there too. Like Bendis was there, Cena Grace was there, some other people. And Cena gave this great workshop at the library there. The Cleveland Public Library is friggin' amazing. And they did this great workshop. He taught everyone there, mostly kids, but adults too, taught them how to make a comic out of just a single sheet of paper, like an 8-page comic.
Yeah.
And Anders was there and he did it. And he's made comics before that, but he got kind of obsessed with making these little 8-pagers. And so now he's still knocking those out, which is cool. So
that's really
like
cool.
We'll sit there and work together. He and I will also make little stop motion movies together.
We could have a legacy writer.
Exactly, right?
That'd be really cool.
We'll get that done. We were supposed to write a story together at one of the big two this year, and it fell through, but we're still gonna do that.
Yeah, but Johnson & Johnson sounds like a law firm, so shampoo company. But
I was going to say back in the day it was a shampoo company.
There you go.
Now it's Procter & Gamble.
Well, Philip, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great. We're really looking forward to reading Infernal and seeing where you take the big green meanie. And also, I don't think, unfortunately, any of us are attending New York. So, safe travels, have a great time. Make a lot of people's day with just
I hope so.
Signing your name to their books.
That's the hope, man. Like I don't know. It's a really cool, fun opportunity to get to it's such a simple, easy little thing just to be nice to somebody and sign their shit. Like it's so it's a really cool thing. It's a cool job. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Well, in the words of your favorite barbarian, I live, I love, I slay, and I am content. So I can't say it in the voice because you only get one. But yeah, but
Drew, I wish I had your memory. You're just like, dang.
You're welcome. But seriously, good luck with everything, Philip. And please keep us in the loop about stuff. If anything news-wise comes up or anything, we'll be more than glad to promote it.
Awesome, man. It's great seeing you guys always. And thanks to the viewers that came in and asked those questions too. It's great to see everyone in here. I'll keep working hard for you.
Like and subscribe to see more whenever we get him back too.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you as part of the family.
Next week. Next year.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. So again, the Leap Studio, the pink button will bring you to the uploads page. Just let it run to 100. And if there's any issues, Carrie will send Elena a link and, get it all covered.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Love to the
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, next time.
Yes, Jar. That's the first part. Then they have the other things they do. So let's save the woohooing for later. All right.
That was great.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you are. You know what? You are sounding like Leo these days. He's very Leo. That was awesome.
He's such a tease with everything, though. He was like, "Oh, I want to tell you about this, but I can't."
He gave us as much as he could.
He doesn't want to get in trouble with Disney, or Warner Brothers. That's two titans you do not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You don't want to get on the end of that legal team. Be like, "Excuse me, PKJ. Excuse me. No.
I can't wait to hear more about his alien expenditures or
yes,
projects.
The alien expansions.
Yes, there you go.
Got you, buddy.